Kirby Air Rider's full roster has been revealed. Almost all the characters, only one secret character exists, and this character was actually revealed in the first Kirby Air Riders Direct. So, the mysterious character that we have alluded to in the Kirby Air Riders Direct that people talked about, well, that is the last character in the game, which means there are 21 characters in the game as well. Okay, it is, of course, a definite improvement over the 3 characters in the first game, obviously. But of course, 21 characters is actually a lot of characters. This is compared to the very first game as well. Yeah. Of course, there are people who will be upset over a few characters not being in the game, as well. For example, there are some very iconic Kirby characters that are actually not included in this game, but I think they did a pretty good job at bringing in the popular characters and the obscure characters. Yep. Yeah. Adding characters like Starman was still pretty funny. They added Starman as a playable character. And also they added a lot of iconic Kirby characters as well, like Marx, Daroots, and of course Magawar as well. Yeah. Yeah. Other things like all the bosses have been confirmed as well here, including some familiar faces and some new faces as well. Yeah, so the as well here. Also, there's a lot of Forgotten Land representation in the game. I think the reason why is that the fact that the game, game's roster probably was decided before Forgotten Land came out, which is why there's no Forgotten Land representation in the main cast as well. It would have been cool to see at least Elfrin in it. But if they ever make a Kirby Air Ride free, if Kirby Air Ride is successful, well, Elfrin I think is a sue-in for the next Kirby Air Ride game if Kirby Air Ride is successful. It only depends if the general public buys the game. Because of course I'm gonna get the game, but I buy almost every Kirby game. So, yeah. Yeah. And the game has been out in almost every country, and by the time this video uploaded, it should be out in the US as well, which means everyone will have access to Kirby Air Riders as well. So yeah. Here we go. This is actually the most excited I've been in the game. I've been for a game for a while. Okay, like I was excited for Mario Kart World. I was excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I was actually routinely checking, to see because they said there'll be secret characters in the game, but it seems like there's only one secret character in the game, and that is Nora DDD as well. Which of course is that mysterious character in both of the trailers as well here. Yeah. Here, but yes, the full roster of Kirby Air Riders is now revealed by people who got the game early, and of course, people who live in different time zones. So places like people who live in Australia and New Zealand and Japan got the game far earlier than everyone else. So of course, they were able to post things for the game early. It doesn't seem there's any more characters in the as well here. These are all of the characters in the game as well here. So there are 21 playable characters compared to the simple 3 from the first game as well here. And of course, Waddle Doo returns as well here. And another thing is, most of the characters you have to unlock. Except for Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Waddle Dee as well here. So, of course, this is the full confirmed roster for Kirby Air Riders as well. Unless we get surprised or a DLC, these are all the characters in the game as well. So yeah, Kirby Air Riders, it seems to be a fever dream to come true. A game that I thought would never get a sequel because I heard that the first game didn't really do too well. Of course, it did well for a GameCube game, but it wasn't a game that people really cared about too much. But I'm glad that Kirby Air Riders is a real thing. It really shows you no matter how much you can play for something, it might actually happen. Maybe we can finally get a true sequel to Thousand Year Door. I know how Super Paper Mario is, but you know, a true sequel of Thousand Year Door with the gameplay and style and story of Thousand Year Door as well. Heck, if they really wanted to, they could also include Super Paper Mario characters in there as well, because Super Paper Mario has some great characters as well. And yeah, and there we go about this here. It seems that most of the weeks for the game. There were, and here is the best thing about Kirby Air Race is the fact that the game did not leak. Basically, until the game came out, okay, all that we knew about the game was basically all Nintendo and Sakurai sold about the game, which is a good thing because all there were actual surprises as well. Playable characters, there wasn't much of a surprise. I think we all knew the mysterious character now known as Nora DDD was going to be playable. I said this character is going to be playable, so I knew there was going to be one, water swap for that character as well here. But yeah, will we get a Kirby and next is will we get a Kirby Allied free? Um, probably without Sakurai's involvement, considering the fact that Sakurai said he doesn't want to have involvement in a Kirby LIV. But I think if this game does sell very, very well, Nintendo will probably go to HAL Laboratory and say, hey, when the Switch free comes out, we'll make a Kirby Allied free. Okay, as well. And we can speculate all the characters for that game as well here. Yeah, probably Elfin will be in it. But I think the next Kirby game we should be excited for is the next 3D Kirby game. I think that should 100% be excited for that, as I think that's going to be the next big Kirby game as well. Kirby as an IP had dramatically grown in popularity over the Switch era. Kirby used to be a game series that would sell at most 3 million copies per game to a series that actually can sell, 5 to 8 million copies as well. With Kirby and the Forgotten Land being the first Kirby game to sell over 7 million copies. If this game performs like a Mario Kart, becomes like the Mario Kart for Kirby, don't be too surprised if Nintendo tells HAL Laboratory to make another Kirby Allied game as well. Considering the fact that, it makes money. Same thing why they keep making new Smash Bros. Games. Even if Sakurai isn't involved in the next Smash Bros. Game, which I think is pretty unlikely considering he pretty much made this game with his development team, obviously, as well, and probably with a lot of help from HAL Laboratory to develop the game as well here. But yeah, I'm just glad that this game exists. Like, I think we'll also just be glad Kirby Allied exists. Like, this is a game that I thought would have never happened because just like a Pokemon Ranger, another one of my childhood favorite series, Pokemon Company seems to neglect that series despite putting it as a main focus in the anime at one point as well, okay? Maybe one day we'll see a return of Pokemon Ranger, because Pokemon Ranger could work very well on the Switch 2 and Switch 1, okay? Like, you can really use the Joy-Cons as stylers, this is just I don't understand, Game Freak's, apathy towards Pokemon spin-offs now, okay? Like, we have Pokemon spin-offs, as well here, but now it's just mobile games. Like, why? Okay, why? Okay, like, the last Pokemon spinoff was Pokemon Tournament. Like, the last original Pokemon spinoff that wasn't a mobile game was Pokemon. Until Pokemon Pokeopia comes out. Which means, besides the Pokemon remake and Pokemon Detective Pikachu and, okay, let's forget about Pokemon Snap 2, okay, basically, as well. We haven't really had, which Pokemon Snap was another thing that a lot of, 90s kids wanted a sequel to. I was surprised they never got a sequel to Pokemon Snap until the Switch era as well. But heck, if Pokemon Snap can come back, then Pokemon Ranger can come back as well, okay? Yeah, but the Ranger series, we haven't seen a new one since Guardian Signs. That was the last Ranger series. But if Kirby Allied can make a comeback and Pokemon Snap, there was a huge possibility that this game that the Pokemon Ranger franchise could come back as well. So Yeah, yeah. The other one, of course, is Mystery Dungeon, which we actually haven't seen a brand new Mystery Dungeon game since the 3DS era. Pokemon Rumble as well. We had a mobile game which, yeah, not good, not very good, but it's just so sad. We have all these new Pokemon from Gen 7, 8, and 9. We don't have Mystery Dungeon. I can understand if they want to reduce the amount of Pokemon in that game, but like, why haven't we seen a new Pokemon Ranger, a new Mystery Dungeon, a new, you know, and yeah, at least we get Pokeopia. Not very excited for that game, but um, for people who do want it, I guess you can be excited for it. But I think most of us want the real spin-off series back. Okay, a new um, a new Mystery Dungeon, especially a new Mystery Dungeon. You know, Pokemon Tournament 2. I've never played. I never played it first with Pokemon Tournament, but Pokemon Tournament 2, which surprised they have not made a sequel to Pokemon Tournament. Pokemon Ranger 4, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, um, as well. I know Super Mystery Dungeon was supposed to be the Avengers Endgame for Mystery Dungeon, but there was no reason Pokemon Mystery Dungeon should be a dead series. Like, Pokemon Rose is another one as well. Okay, they could easily make one for like the Switch 2 and mobile. Pokemon Pinball, we haven't seen that one since Game Boy Advance as well. Okay, yeah. Pokemon Puzzle Week, no, no. Pokemon Snap got a new game. Even new Pokemon Snap is pretty old now, 2021 as well. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, we need to 100 like Kirby can still get spin-offs. Okay, like Kirby doesn't get as many spin-offs as Pokemon does, but you know, you gain Kirby Allied too. Kirby Allied. You got Kirby Fighters 2 and Kirby Fighters. You got Kirby Fighters 2 in 2020. You got a sequel to Kirby Canvas Curse on the Wii U. And most of the Kirby's Canvas Curse is free for the Switch too, I think. Kirby Epic Yarn is the only one that didn't get a sequel. Um, yeah, but yeah, Kirby has a bunch of spin-offs that they could easily make more of as well. But the only ones that have been turned into an actual IP is Kirby Canvas Curse, um, Kirby Allied, and Kirby Fighters. Which I think I could get a Kirby Fighters free. Okay, they like okay, Kirby's Fighters is getting as well. Okay, Kirby Fighters. Okay, the thing is a Kirby. It's mostly made by like one or two studios that make Kirby. I know Kirby Allies is made by Sakurai and his team, but um most Kirby games are usually made by HAL Laboratory, which is responsible for most of the Kirby games and most of the Kirby game series as well here. Most of the Kirby games have HAL Laboratories involvement. But yeah, they're responsible behind like most of the Kirby games, obviously. Yeah, but yeah, Kirby games, obviously. Star, yeah, or actually, yeah, Kirby Forgotten Land, Kirby Star Allies, Kirby Fighters 2, as well Kirby Eternal Dream and Deluxe as well here. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Kirby's, yeah, all the 3DS games as well here. And they also make other games too, not just Kirby, obviously. But yeah, there you go about this video here. Yeah, also they're involved with the Earthbound series as well.